Hey guys, welcome to the super full strawberry moon in Capricorn. It's one of the last super moons of the year, and we know a super moon is when the moon is orbiting its closer to the earth than a micro moon. A micro moon is farther away. And I guess I was reading an article. I guess many people are in the astrological scientific community if this is really a super moon. I did get a chance to check it out, and it looked pretty bright and full, but was hoping to be live outside with the moon this morning. We have cloud cover, guys, unfortunately, but we're here anyways. The sun is coming up. Let's light a flame. Let's get a flame happening here. And we're just gonna talk. Where should this flame go, guys? I don't know. You know what? It's gonna go right here. Now, what's happening? This is a time where we're really figuring out ourselves. So many of us, have been expanding in the spiritual communities that we've become a part of. But what we're starting to do is many of us have been building off the foundations that have already been laid out here. What we're doing is we're activating to build with authentic too, with these foundations now. And this is where we're really going to create anew. And we're going to understand some of what these concepts mean. And we're going to start breaking things down a little bit more. And one of the things that the templates we've been working on is loneliness, is creating wholeness through healing, through codependency. But for many of us, we have healed with loneliness. And we are good with being alone. What we're doing right now is that in-between phase where you're surrounded by people, but you're still alone. And you're not really getting that recharge. Because, caring for people has become, for many of us, part of our 10 of Wands church. And it's being able to heal from that 10 of Wands charge and be allowed the time alone. And there is a difference, and not being confused and saying, why am I not okay with being alone yet? Where am I working? Yes, some of us still need to work on the being alone part, because we're never alone. We're never alone, right? We have the whole universe to play with. And that feels good. It feels good when we have that, recharge, and it's us and the universe, and we're in creation, we're in the flow, we're recharging. But when we're put in templates where many of us, we're not allowed to be alone. We're working in the 3D. It's about, now we're going to put up some more boundaries. We're going to put up some more boundaries in a healthy way, and we're going to, with the divine's help, because tower moments are coming in, we're going to learn how to take that time and recharge, because this has to do with our health. This has to do with our best lives. And it's part of the balance. It's part of the whole. And we're healing with body. We're healing with body at a whole new level. And we received that message in part 1, I do believe, and we're going to discuss it here in a minute. And what this is about is our connection to what we would consider the weaker species. And knowing that the weaker species isn't weak at all, right? Right? Where's my biscuit boo? Right, my biscuit boo? Oh, there he is. Guys, it's got so much fur. I had to know which end was which, okay? There he is. We know that this is not the weaker species, but we are protecting what we would consider the weaker species, and we're having moments reflected back to us, that connection. And I had a vision. We discussed this in part 1. I had a vision. I'm going to get into a little bit further detail of the negative tetrahedron. And when I was shown the negative tetrahedron made from water, it was made out of water, I felt my connection to my inner being, to my inner core, to the center of my inner child. And we all have a connection to being weak and having times in our life where we are weak, where we were weak, and we needed someone else to care for us, something else to care for us. And it's about understanding that care, that what that care means. And for many of us, we were not cared for properly, and in those weaker moments we were damaged. There was trauma, and it's built distrust. It's built distrust for that beautiful place, that pureness that has been was flourishing within us. And it's also done damage to what is flourishing without us. And it's about understanding that we are the masters of our own universe. We're taking back our power. We're taking back our right to shine. We're taking back our right to heal. We are taking back our force. We're taking back our energy. We're taking back the masculine. This is about healing with the masculine. This is about marrying thought, air, the sun, to the father, action, force, the doing, and marrying them in order to create this whole picture. Because it's not just enough to see it within the mind. It's not just enough to know it. Growing consciousness is acting on it, right? We need to act on it. It's like the missing piece to the puzzle to create a new being of balance of heart and mind. And this is what we're doing. So many of us were working with, we know, the ancient solfeggio frequencies, and this is going to help us when we are in those spaces and places where we don't have access to the recharge, being alone. This is going to help us shape shift to get there. Remember too, we're not going to get this out of whack. We're not going to get this out of balance. We're not going to just stay now, alone for forever. No, we're going to be alone, have that time with nature, with the divine, and recharge. And it's connected to that Six of Cups pleasure. Where is that Six of Cups? I know it's here because it's part of our alignment. We're going to do this and this. We're going to do this. It's part of our alignment. The Nine of Wands is our alignment. This is what we've been shown. This is part of our alignment, and it's connected to the Princess of Swords and the Seven of Cups, our debauch. We had a debauch here, guys. We're going to see through it. Because remember we talked about, we got to the center. So we got in part one, we're working with our body, 174 hertz. And we know this is colorless. That's the reason, because we're going to add the color, guys. We're going to add the color. And this is going to help us heal from disease. And we're shape-shifting. And look, we've gone to the center here. We know we're working with the icosahedron, the feminine, in order to connect to higher wisdom through meditation. And remember, meditation is part of our active dialogue. This is when we're listening in order to release resistance and control. And this is where we enter the flow. This is where we're working with the feminine. This is going to help us to heal from this debauch and protect ourselves and safeguard ourselves and offer us clarity. And this is really what we're doing. We are in the creation of clarity here. But it's through shape-shifting. This is shape-shifting. This is the center. Wrong book. Let's get the right book, guys. Let's get the right book. Okay. We're going to work with the feminine divine. I am the divine goddess. It's time for some goddess empowerment. Representing sexuality, creativity, emotions, desires, and the birthing of ideas, as well as physical birth. And we are going to have physical birth. That's the time we're in. And remembering this is connected to healing with the sacral chakra. But why? Because we've activated it with the truth. We've activated it with our throat chakra. It's been in alchemy with the sacral. We've received this card because whether you're a man or a woman, it's suggesting that we're not balanced in the feminine aspects of ourselves and are overcompensating in the masculine area. It also represents drive and ambition. And this is what's, been happening to myself personally. I'm unbalanced. I'm making that up with more masculine energy, and I'm burning out. And my flame is burning out, and my vitality is diminishing, and my health is suffering, and my solar plexus are screaming out to me to heal with the feminine. But I've been put in these templates in my life where I just can't seem to shift there. But I'm honoring that the divine is here to help with that, as well as our connections here, guys. And I love you guys. I appreciate the messages. I appreciate the prayers. I appreciate the fact that we're all in this together. I love you guys. I'm sending it to you, right? I'm always sending it to you, the good stuff, the healing vibes to create with, because I know this is not easy, but everything we need for this journey is within us. And I'm really understanding that vulnerability, that weakness, that connection to the feminine negative tetrahedron, it's not weak. It's not weak at all. It's a superpower. It's a superpower, but it's expanding enough to understand, to access those 13 spheres of knowledge and know how to use this energy to the best of our capabilities. And I say energy because we know that the masculine is the energy, but the feminine is the matter. So we need to access the matter in order to expand the energy. And of course, we are working with the icosahedron and the dodecahedron. And this is connected to a shapeshifter energy, and we know we're going to read shapeshifter next. In particular, when it is stellated, this forms a star. Every time one forms the other, it ultimately doubles in size and increases in direct correlation into the golden mean. The partnership between these two solids is also seen within the blueprint of creation. That is, they share a specific relationship of DNA. The icosahedron corresponds to the sacral chakra, which relates to the endocrine glands, ovaries, and testes. Everything that we're working with. This is about our purification in order to purify the sacral chakra and expand. And this is connected to the high priestess and the purest form of life, spreading health, healing, and infinite abundance. The icosahedral frequency is that of the triple goddess, maiden, mother, and crone. And now we know we're going to shapeshift next. And remember, the icosahedron is working with the dodecahedron. So we have the feminine working with the dodecahedron. We know what the dodecahedron symbolizes. This is, the shape that helped the creator to hang the stars within the sky. This is the most sacred of all the platonic solids, the dodecahedron. We know back in the day, if you even uttered the dodecahedron, thank goodness we're not in those times. Oh my goodness, guys. I did not even notice. I picked up this card just out of the drawer to put it in here because I wanted to talk about the icosahedron first. And the main message is the Six of Pentacles. And what is this? The Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is the main message since we entered Gemini season, and we're still working on the Six of Pentacles and what this means. And it's a recalibration to the Earth star and expanding with the Earth, restoring balance with the Earth. We're honoring the daughter right now. Now, let's go to shapeshifter, because we know that this is the creation of the shapeshift, and now here we've accomplished it. And it's a number 8. Inner knowledge and ancient wisdom. I am able to shapeshift my thoughts and perceptions to keep myself aligned with the ever-evolving energetic changes we experience on a daily level. And this is going to help us to nurture our alignment, because we've been creating our alignment. Now we're going to nurture it. And this is what's being offered during Cancer season. And there will be an activation, a harvest in Leo season. And this card is here today to show us we have all the ability to reach our desired outcomes by making certain changes in our thought processes and being more flexible. This is the Shakana Inca cross, and we know that the Shakana means bridge or stairway to heaven. It connects heaven and earth. It is a sacred and mysterious symbol which holds the keys to many ancient knowings that connect us with the universe. The Shakana is mainly depicted as a 12 steeped cross with a hole in the center. It's a portal and an activator for all things metaphysical. It is truly the shape-shifting geometry. Depending upon how you perceive it, this sacred geometry within this shape is vast. It's connected to the all and is harmonically in tune with the vibration of the universe. It's connected to the octahedron, the Merkaba, Fibonacci numbers, and the DNA, our DNA. And within, the Shakana itself is the cuboctahedron. And this is our connection to equaling vector equilibrium. And this is how we're going to equal balanced within as well as without. And we've been doing now all this work within. Okay, guys? And what it's connected to is the alchemy of the Two of Cups right now and the Hanged Man. Surrender. Because this is how we're going to get here. We need to surrender here. And it's connected to the Six of Crystals, the balance here with the Earth balancing our karmic scales, the Chariot, forward momentum because we've achieved balance, and this is what's being offered during Cancer season, and the Nine of Chalices, our levitation, remembering that we enter our levitation through sadness. Now, let's see what's being activated here. It has to do, we're going from the Seven of Cups to the Six of Pentacles, okay? Through surrender,